Every picture tells a story, and every story becomes history. You're watching Global Insights 365, the place where we bring you moments that shaped nations, leaders, and the course of time. Here, you'll find rare archival footage, iconic photographs, and deep dives into the events that shaped India and the world. From Jawaharlal Nehru meeting John F. Kennedy, to Indira Gandhi's talks with Richard Nixon, to Narendra Modi's historic embrace with Barack Obama, we revisit these defining moments with a fresh perspective. In today's video, we'll explore how the India-US relationship has evolved over more than a century, starting from Gandhi and Roosevelt, to Modi and Trump, and uncover the political, economic, and cultural significance behind each handshake, each meeting, and each moment. So, if you're passionate about history, geopolitics, and rare visuals, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. Because here, every video is like a time machine, taking you back to the moments that made history. Let's begin, a journey through the pages of time, where every frame has a story to tell. India and the United States, the world's largest and oldest democracies, have always shared ideals, but rarely a smooth path. Through the Cold War, through economic liberalization, through 9/11 and the rise of China, their ties have evolved from suspicion, to strategic partnership, and now, in 2025, to a critical test. Part 1: Cooperation to Crisis. 1990s. After decades of Cold War distance, India's 1991 economic reforms and the 1998 nuclear tests brought both challenges and opportunities for engagement. 2010. The US-India Civil Nuclear Agreement 2008 became a milestone, lifting sanctions and opening high-tech trade. 2010. The US-India Civil Nuclear Agreement 2008 became a milestone, lifting sanctions and opening high-tech trade. 2014-2020, PM Modi and President Obama deepened defense cooperation. With Trump's first term, trade tensions began, but defense sales like Apache helicopters and P-8I aircraft expanded. 2021-2024, under Biden, ties stayed warm, with Quad strengthening against China's influence in the Indo-Pacific. The build-up to August 2025. In early 2025, PM Modi visited Washington for Mission 500 Inches, a goal to reach $500 billion in annual trade by 2030, plus a long-term defense roadmap. But the Ukraine war reshaped U.S. foreign policy. India continued buying discounted Russian oil, citing energy security and sovereignty. In Washington, this was seen as funding Russia's war effort, triggering pressure from the Trump administration for India to cut imports. Part 2: The Tariff Earthquake. Date: August 6–7, 2025. President Trump announced 50% tariffs on nearly all Indian goods. 25%, claimed as reciprocal tariffs, to match India's duties on U.S. products. 25%, punishment for continuing Russian oil purchases. The affected exports include electronics. India had become the U.S.'s largest iPhone supplier, accounting for 44% of imports in Q2 2025. Pharmaceuticals. India supplies approximately 40 to 65% of U.S. generics. Gems and jewelry, over $10 billion annual exports to the U.S. Textiles, leather, auto parts, seafood, all critical employment sectors in India. Economic impact projections. S&P, growth could drop below 6.2% in FY 2025-26. Moody's, electronics exports particularly vulnerable, risking investment flight to Vietnam. Government estimates, $87 billion in exports at risk, about 2% of GDP. Part 3: Political and diplomatic fallout. India's response. PM Modi declared he was ready to pay a very heavy price to protect farmers and sovereignty. Opposition leader Mallikarjun Kharge called the crisis economic blackmail and a foreign policy disaster. U.S. position. Trump administration refuses further trade talks until India stops importing Russian oil. Officials emphasize fair trade and strategic alignment as non-negotiable. Part 4: Immigration Flashpoints. February 5, 2025, U.S. deported 104 Indian nationals aboard a military aircraft, many reportedly handcuffed, sparking outrage in India. Reports of U.S. immigration officers coercing green card holders to give up residency, Form I-407. Executive order reinterpreting birthright citizenship. Children of Indian parents on temporary visas may no longer qualify. Over 7,000 Indian students overstayed visas in 2023, leading to stricter visa scrutiny. Part 5 Strategic Risks and Global Chessboard. Quad under strain. The tariff dispute delays the Quad Leaders Summit, weakening coordination against China in the Indo-Pacific. India's balancing act. Continues defense and energy ties with Russia, active in BRICS, while also hosting joint military drills with the U.S. U.S. pushes for technology cooperation limits on AI, drones, and defense systems unless trade issues are resolved. Part 6 The road ahead. 2 possible scenarios. 1. Reconciliation. Limited trade concessions, e.g., India lowering tariffs on select U.S. farm goods in exchange for reduced U.S. duties. Renewed Mission 500 talks. 2. Realignment. Prolonged standoff pushes India to deepen BRICS ties, expand trade with the EU, Africa, and Southeast Asia. U.S. companies diversify away from India's manufacturing base. 2 democracies. 2 economic giants. 1 fragile relationship. In 2025, India and the United States stand at a fork in the road, one leading to renewed partnership, the other to prolonged rivalry. Which path they choose will shape the balance of power in the 21st century. Quick reference timeline. Year, date, event. 2008 U.S.-India Civil Nuclear Agreement. 2014-2019 Modi's first term, defense deals expand. February 2025, Mission 500 inches trade and defense goal. August 6-7, 2025 U.S. imposes 50% tariffs. August 2025 Quad Summit delayed. February 2025 U.S. deportations of 104 Indians. 2025-26 projected GDP impact 0.3-1% loss. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history and geopolitics, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Global Insights 365.